Hello guys and girls, welcome back to the Racing Line for another circuit guide here on iRacing. This is week 5 of Season 1 2023 in the GR86 Fixed Series. Once again with me driving the Toyota GR86, and what a little car it is. This week we are around Laguna Seca, one of the 3 circuits on iRacing, so we should see quite a lot of participation this week. The date and time is set to the 1st of March 2023 at 4:40 in the afternoon to match the official race time. Same format as before, breakdown lap followed by a full speed uninterrupted lap followed by an offboard lap with some hints of overtaking spots, and as usual this is filmed before the week has begun, so it's difficult to compare lap times, but let's see if we can help you guys find some time. Don't forget, these are all filmed with the baseline setup. I believe they've changed that now to a sprint setup, but driving the circuit is pretty much the same. So as you come over the hill, you want to hold it to the left-hand side and then drift over to the right, getting ready for the braking zone, which is the number 3 board. You're going to use all the track on the right, hard on the brakes from 4th, eventually down to 1st. We go down to 2nd initially, hitting the first apex, then down to 1st. Hold it tight, accelerate from the midpoint all the way out on the exit. Make sure you get up to 2nd in time, don't hit the rev limiter. Over to the left-hand side, and you can see in between the 2 and the 1, a dark patch on the curb on the left-hand side. And when that dark patch ends, that's your braking zone. Downshift from 3rd to 2nd, carry the speed through, straight back on the throttle, right out to the left, up the gears. You're just going to lift for this right-hander ever so slightly. It's not a full lift, just a slight lift, get it turned in, and then up into 4th on the exit. Hold it tight to the right-hand side all the way down this straight. Next braking zone we're looking for is normally that white line, but this time we're going to brake ever so slightly before the 2 board. From 4th down into 3rd gear. I tried 2nd, and it's sort of somewhere between 2nd and 3rd, to be honest. But 3rd gear ended up, if you can carry the right amount of speed, 3rd seemed to be the better option through that corner. Next corner, just a lift. A full lift just after the number 2 board, and then straight back on the power. Look how quick it was. Straight off the throttle, straight back on. Get the nose down, get it in, and then accelerate up the hill, up into 4th on the exit. Now, you come over to the right-hand side for this braking zone. The braking zone is number 3 board. We're going to go down to 1st gear from 4th. And you want to brake diagonally across, aiming towards the apex here on the left-hand side. And then accelerate all the way down the hill, straight up into 2nd as you're going down the corkscrew. Exit on the right-hand side. In 3rd, you're then going to lift off just slightly. You don't really need a full lift there. Keep it in 3rd, just feathering the throttle through there. 2nd to last braking zone, in between the 2 and the 1, just after the 2 board this is. Dab the brakes down to 3rd, get it turned in. Get on the accelerator as early as you feel possible without understeering onto the dirt on the left. Get back over to the right-hand side. You'll reach 4th gear, and you're going to brake at the number 2 board from 4th down into 1st gear once again. Brake in a straight line, turn in as late as you can, and then accelerate out. You can use all the track on the exit, use all that green curb. You will not get a 1x out there unless you go really far past the green curb. If you've done that, then you've messed up anyway. And across the line for a 1:36.3. Same thing again. Full speed, uninterrupted. Over to the left, over to the right. Looking for the number 3 board. Hard on the brakes. Down to 2nd, down to 1st. Hit that apex. Midpoint. Start accelerating from now. Feel that confidence. Go up into 2nd, up into 3rd. Get over to the left-hand side. In between the 2 and the 1. Dab the brakes down to 2nd. Stay on that throttle. Up into 3rd on the exit. Try and avoid that curb if you can on the inside. And then in between the 2 and the 1, we're just going to lift off. Get back on the power straight away. Up into 4th on the exit. Careful not to dip a wheel on that dirt on the left, because it will drag you out to the left-hand side. Back over to the right. Number 2 board, down to 3rd. Get it turned in nice and early. Start accelerating when you feel comfortable. Again, try not to dip a wheel on the exit. You can see we nearly lost it there. And it will be difficult to keep the car if you get your wheels on that gravel. Just after the 2 board, quick lift off, straight back on the power, up into 4th on the exit. It wasn't the fastest time that I did through that section, but it was one of the better ones. Back over to the right-hand side, the number 3 board, 4th, down to 1st gear to hit the apex, and then start accelerating at the top of the hill all the way down. Smoothly at 1st, and then on full throttle when you feel comfortable. In 3rd gear, get it turned in, just lift off, straight back on the power, over to the right, get over to the left-hand side, now 2 board, dab the brakes down to 3rd, get it turned in, accelerate out to the left-hand side, don't dip a wheel on the gravel, over to the right-hand side. Number 2 board, down to 1st gear, avoid the orange sausage curb on the inside, accelerate right out to the green AstroTurf stuff, and then there you have it. You're on the home stretch towards the finish line. That is pretty much it from me, so I'm going to leave you with this off-board lap. Let's go through some overtaking opportunities. This is one of the main ones, a low-risk overtaking opportunity into turn 1. It's a long straight into a hairpin. They're always low-risk, effectively. Look at all that inside space that you can send it down. You can try around the outside, but if I'm honest, outside is tricky around this corner because of the way it bends round more than you expect on the exit, so if you're on the outside, you're likely going to lose it. This one, not really an overtaking spot unless you're already battling on the exit of turn 1. If you send it there, I would say high risk. You're literally going to crash. This one, definitely not an overtaking spot. Again, unless you're already side by side. It's not a braking zone. It's just a slight lift. Don't send it there. Don't stick a nose in there. You're going to make contact. This one is a overtaking zone. It's a medium risk, I'd say, because of the camber of the corner. But you can outbrake people on the inside there and even around the outside, which will then continue a battle all the way up here. This corner, high risk overtaking place. Don't send it there unless you're already side by side and you think you're going to make it. When I say side by side, I mean fully alongside, not just a nose. If you've just got a nose, I'd lift off and back out of that. This one, also medium risk, I'd say. It's a common overtaking spot, but because of the way the braking zone is diagonally across the circuit, it's a risky move. You're better off trying to get a better exit and then overtake through this corner here, which is flat out. If you're on the inside on that corner, you're likely going to gain the position because the other person has to back out. This one, not really an overtaking zone, but again, set up the exit to try and get the inside line into this final corner. This one is the other main overtaking spot I would pick, the low risk one. Turn 1 and the last turn, those are my 2 picks for the main overtaking spots of this track. As usual, that's pretty much it from me. If I don't see you on track this week, I'll see you next week for the next video here on the Racing Line. Peace!